quantity has some silly stuff associated with it. Multiplayer meta is going to multiplayer meta, I guess. Take that. Take that. Portugal is already on the verge of wanting to peace out, unsurprisingly. That's an annoyingly timed uprising. Go punch them. Now, we have actually established the forts of Kaya and Gabu. Oh, you know what would be good? Coastal defences. Because that increases the disembark time. Now, with that disembark time, is that just to that province? Or is it to any province in that sea zone? Because I know that the attrition applies once into the sea zone. I'm going to imagine that yes, that does mean the sea zone. As opposed to the province. Oh, we can now march through Bonneman, so we don't need to take the attrition from this. Interesting. Fair enough. We can do another conversion, please do. So now we just kind of need to keep an eye. Why are you not sailing? Go back home. Because the Portuguese definitely have a bigger fleet than I do. They're down to just 8. So if I wanted to take... see, I can't take that. I only need 7 war score. But I'll need to sit on these provinces for long enough that we can actually siege it. And they may actually be able to come through the north, though I don't think they would do so. Oh! And Kano is just like... Leroy Jenkins! Going for their lands up there. Fair enough. They have transports, but they have no troops on the transport. So I think I did the right thing sending my fleet home. Because one thing that Portugal is definitely going to have is better diplotech than me. Can't he do it, though? That's a good question. Can't he do it? Oh, you were caught. Alright, let's start spying on Canon Brno again. And then probably Bonneman as well. Because he would never accept the vassalization because I have some of your cores. Which always felt like a bit of a weird reason not to accept a vassalization. Oh, hello Brittany. So the answer has already been given. Carnode can't do it. Oh no, he Carnode. There's the Castellan Navy. Right, and we can pay off a couple more loans. That's 3.5. Ah, and do we have any other buildings we need to do? I mean, ideally, yes, I would like to do those as well. Oh, Gabu wants trade, for sure. Oh, Brittany. 17,000 Malians against 5,000 Bretons. Who is going to win? 3.7 morale. I've actually got more morale than Brittany? Really? Interesting. Why? Because I have a morale buff. Leader, my army tradition, and my power projection are all better. And my prestige too. Fair enough. This might even be a stack wipe. was not. However, Kano's here. So let's send you back to where there's a bit more supply. Portugal's down to a 4. And we really want to piece Portugal out as soon as we possibly can. Treasurer died. Let's go ahead and replace you with somebody else. Inflation reduction sounds like it might be useful. Let's do that. Brittany is still scared from the Viking raids in the previous millennium. They see your name and they get demoralized. The worldly ulema. Not all members of the ulema are great theologians or intellectuals. Corruption can grow in any corner of the state, and for some it can be hard to tell apart what benefits the faith and what might benefit themselves. It has come to the attention of Mule II that a number of pious grants that exist around the empire have been obtained through fraud or illegally passed on to heirs. Our Wazir has suggested that we inspect and verify all such grants in the empire, especially in regions that were not originally ruled by us. Our fruit transgressions are nothing compared to what these men give us. So the ulema gains loyalty, we gain corruption, national tax goes down, corruption goes up, or we lose corruption, ulema loses loyalty, and we lose tolerance to the true faith. I'm going to do that one, but before I do that one, I'm going to say, hey, we should totally, do something super corrupt, and then punish those guys for doing it. Genius. Okay, are there any other positions that I want to put a fort? I feel like we should have one down here, although that would probably be better on, like, Wead. Well, wider. I always call that one Wead, and it's just wrong. And there are actually a bunch of mosques that would be pretty good, because our tax income is decent. But no, I think I'm going to put this towards paying off the loans, because our interest is rather high. Portugal's down to a 3. Actually, that's not a bad call. Yeah. Stick a fort, like, right on that. Good idea. Block them from getting to Timbuktu, which is the other fort down there otherwise. Renewing loans. Fine. I think Portugal just pieced out. They did. Damn. Couldn't quite get there in time. Well, in that case, you definitely need to head back over here. And let's put both of you kind of here in the middle of the country. Because now we're just going to have to wait them out. We're going to have to let the war score tick up and then just wait. And you're going to have to keep on fighting those rebel uprisings. So how much damage was done to your transport fleet? Not a huge amount. Like, if you can actually ship in 19,000 troops at a time, then we're going to be in a bit of trouble. Because I actually have about 19,000 troops, which were probably stuck in the Azores or something until now. Royal marriage with Zazu. Why would I want to marry you? Pass. Oh, Brittany's back. Ah, they're all coming from the north. Yeah, okay. Then that is where we shall have to fight them. Alright, I'm going to say minions. I'm going to need y'all to be a bit more defensive, please. Portugal's down to medium again. Oh, really? Oh, God damn it. Leave the 17k here. Send the 15 down to deal with that. And you did actually manage to get some troops to attack this, but that's okay. We'll go and send you to go and deal with them afterwards. There's the transport fleet, but not actually transporting anyone right now. Interestingly. That's 14,000 men. My 17 would not beat that. Go and sit behind Timbuktu, because the fort at Timbuktu does block off everything else, and it is a level 3 fort. Still cancel the military access, so be it. Before you leave, siege that down again, please. That would be lovely. They think they're making gains, and with 16k troops, they kind of are. I wonder what their manpower situation's like. Actually annoyingly good. Alright. And one of my generals just died. That was the guy down here. Oh, he's quick. Not very good at fighting, but he's quick. The Ulema have always been the foremost pillars of the Malian realm, providing not only spiritual guidance, but also administrators, judges, and diplomats for the benefit of our great Mansa. In return for these great services, many lands have been set aside as religious properties, exempt from most of the taxes. This way, the Ulema and many fine projects they support can be provided for. So make it clear that they have to contribute. They lose some loyalty, which is still safe, and they lose some influence. Although, are we getting to the stage huzzah, where we could seize land again? So the Dhimmi would rise up, the Ulema would, the Merchant Guilds would, the Emir are the only ones that wouldn't. Merchant Guild are at their equilibrium limit right now. I think I'm just going to go ahead and make them pay, because that is pretty much the equivalent of another loan to pay off. Hugtastic, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. Very much appreciate the ongoing 3-month support there. Very much appreciate that. Thank you. Can I feed this province to Oyo? We can try. Yes, we can. Good call. Heck yeah. So, because it's only one province away from you, you can do it. Because it's 2 provinces away from me, I can't. Usually it's... Wait, well, excuse me, Mr. Portugal. There's a fort right there. You can't. That's illegal. He shouldn't be able to exit Tadmaketh, though. He enters this, which is protected by this, which means he can only leave back to Taudeni or go to Timbuktu. He can't then go on. Player wouldn't be able to do this. Because the entry point is here. Sometimes the fort logic is a bit weird if you have forts next to each other, but these aren't next to each other. AI is well known to ignore zoner control rules. Yeah, That's one bone I do pick with Paradox, because they consistently say, no they don't, they so clearly do. So clearly. Like, we're seeing it right now. Alright, you don't actually need to worry about that. You go up there and let Oyo deal with their own uprising. You do have another 10k coming in, but hopefully we can beat the Portuguese before they arrive. Good, right. Can you lot, you know, not attack stuff? Just be super passive. Go home. Because I don't want you losing battles. That's bad for me. Thank goodness my armies are just better than Brittany. Unfortunately, they have a much better general, but we have another 17k on the way. Arrive in 3 days. 1, 2, 3. And they actually flee before we even get there. So that's another good victory for us. They're down to 8. We're still at 15. Ticking war score still doing its thing. That's another fleet coming by with no troops. They are just patrolling those coastlines. This guy is taking a lot of attrition, apparently. Getting absolutely buffeted. Okay, so Miltech 8. Sorry, Miltech 9 would require colonialism, but I think that this is one worth grabbing because it's military tactics. And we can pay another loan, which I would like to do. Check that's not one of the 1%ers, and it's not. I do think that Imperator Rome's fort mechanics are a lot better than U4's. U4's are not great. I don't think I've ever had a situation like that where just like, what? It's not possible in Imperator. City of Agram. As the custodians of the holy mosques of Agram are responsible not only for the holy shrine, the state that claims this honour is also expected to fend for both the population of the holy cities as well as the pilgrims they attract. For this purpose, many rulers have devoted great resources both within the cities themselves and the large tracts of faraway farmland in order to feed and maintain the area. Some say Maul II has not been paying attention to these cities as they deserve, that the pilgrims are no longer safe and that there is great want in the streets of Agram. So, Mali gets upkeep of holy shrines for 15 years. Or the Alema loses loyalty, which makes them unhappy, and we lose stability. 15 years of 20%. That's a lot of taxation reduction. But I'm frickin' Mali, I can afford it. Sure, pay for the mosques. Oh, they do have an army. Will arrive in Kaor. Go. No, did they leave? They left. Guessing to go down to here. Yeah. Why am I on low? They're on low. Come on. It's because they're rebuilding their armies, and here comes the second wave. I'm going to say I want you guys to go home. actually. Be supportive of this army. Here we go. Haha! No, that's not... That's not supporting me. That's being suicidal. Go home. Defend your own land, not mine. I got this, guys. Gotcha. Oh, the button actually worked as intended for once. Now, do I want to take straight up 242 ducats, or do I want to take a portion of all of their income? I bet I would actually do better with war reps. That'll do me. Can't see Arguin to take it. That'll do. Portugal cedes Sierra Leone. Bay Farda to Mali. Portugal cede Cape Coast to Oyo. Portugal will be forced to give me 10% of their income for the next 10. This will last for 10 years. They pay me 22 ducats. And there we go. First European war. Mali success. That's what I like to see. Governing capacity also just went up. Good stuff. No longer have the Conquest CB on Portugal, but that's fine. And we should now be excising even more control over this region, protect that trade, than we were previously, which is magnificent. How long until I can start integrating Oyo? Oh, I already can. And considering the fact that you own 2 centres of trade, which I would very much like to have for myself, I should probably start integrating you. Do it. And Katsina would now accept vassalization. I just need to get my relations with you high enough. So we're going to cancel the fabrication on Cannon because we should be able to fabricate claims already, and we will go for manga. Disagreeing advisor. You're allowed to disagree. And we have got massive amounts of unrest again, so let's go ahead and station you to go and sort that stuff. And then station you to sort the rest. Although I'd really like you guys to start working on professionalism. I'm very happy with that success. The more we can control European access to this region, the better. How high is my war exhaustion? Or are you talking to someone else? Does the player's war enthusiasm matter? No. Exhaustion has problems. Enthusiasm has zero effect whatsoever. Chat not beating me to the punch with the puns is borderline malpractice. Nice. I approve. That was good. Have another loan. Wagadoogoo. Oh, you're already doing it automatically. I forget that the AI for beating up rebels is now actually a lot better than it was. Oops. There you go. Naval force limit 16. So I could try and get some more light ships to do some more trade, but I don't think I want to do that just yet. And what is my fully maintained forts? 0.5. It's actually remarkably good. But I could definitely do with a couple more, particularly on Sierra Leone. Although we can't do it until we've actually cored. And now Morocco has my northern line. And I think what I want to do with you is improve relations with Morocco. I'm not going to ally them, I just want to have positive relations. They spread colonialism to me. You're still on advancement edict, you shouldn't be. Ducats are still being removed from this node. Which loan is this? Is this a 2.5, 3.5er? It is. Go ahead and repay. We've already paid off 7. We're now earning 23 ducats. Lovely jubbly. The Malian nobility is somewhat perturbed by the idea of a foreigner working for the Great Mansa. Our Terak army reformer, Uthman Ifakan Fan, has widely been praised for bringing such fresh ideas and practices to the court. It seems that we can still learn a thing or two from foreign learning. Cool. And we need a new admin guy. Oh, unfortunately that was our inflation reduction. Portugal is no longer a valid rival. We've actually eclipsed them. Interesting. So I think I'm going to go for the national unrest in that case. So much so, I think I may actually start upgrading my advisors. I don't think I need to focus you anymore. Let's spread our points out. Too few rivals, so we need the Mamluks and we need Morocco. I would say the Mamluks are probably the safer option here. We only needed the one. And we're still embargoing Portugal, which we don't need to do anymore because they're not in my backyard.